What's going on, everyone? So, the official trailer for Ready or Not 2, Ready or Not Here I Come, dropped earlier today. Did a video yesterday on kind of the first look, the first images for Ready or Not 2. And now we got the official trailer. And I'm not going to lie, it looks good, right? Obviously, you never know how a film's going to be just solely based on the trailer. We've gotten films that had, terrible trailers and excellent movies, and we've gotten movies that, had excellent trailers and terrible movies. So, I just based off of the first one, I thought the first one was really good. Um, this kind of seems in that same mold, right? Which I like. It's one of those questions like, did the original actually need a sequel? You get that a lot. It's like this movie is really nice, wrapped up in a bow. Do you really need another sort of sequel to this? And yet here we are. Look, I have no issues with sequels as long as they are, good, right? Like, I talked about cash grabs. People always, oh, this cash grab. Like, everything's a cash grab, right? You're trying to make money on anything. You don't put a product out unless you're trying to make money. But there's like, this was just solely to make money. And then there's like, no, hey, they're actually trying to do something here. And this at least appears like they're actually trying to do something here. And I hope that that's the case. But based on the trailer, the information that we got is kind of what we all, I'm sure, expected it to be, right? Like, I don't think it doesn't seem to be the most creative story, right? Basically, Samara Weaving's character, Grace, wins the hide and seek, and it is unveiled that there is a bigger organization, right? That was just a small little fish, which I think we all kind of figured out, right? That she would be targeted by, an even bigger family now because she ended up winning. And now, this is a game, right? Like, there's the next stage. There was this supernatural element and entity to it, and everybody blowing up and all that. And now she's gotta go to the next stage. And, based on the trailer, it seems like this is the final stage, but will it really be the final stage? Or is she the one that's going to rule the world? Like, do they do something where she ends up taking it? So basically, like I said, you get Samara Weaving's character Grace back in the fold. She thinks it's over. They end up kidnapping her, taking her, explaining to her that, like, hey, you thought this was it? No, there is much more going on. There's a greater scheme of things. You get some, demonic imagery and stuff like that about, the likely, I imagine, the story that is going to unfold and unravel. Hey, this is going on behind the scenes. You have to survive once again. And now you have several families that are all going to try to kill you, right? You married into that family. You, like, this is what has to happen. And, basically you're going to die, right? Like, if you survive, this is it. It's basically double or nothing is how it's explained. Elijah Wood's character, he's the one that's kind of relaying all the information and just kind of letting you know, like, hey, here's the deal. Again, don't think it's the most creative, original thing, but again, this is pretty straightforward. Like, this is like a twist on the most dangerous game, right? Like, even Ready or Not, the first one wasn't some like crazy original idea. It was, it was just the film itself, blending horror and comedy and stuff like that. And, kind of these like, is it real? Is it not elements? Are these just a bunch of crazy people? Right? Like, there was some fun in the original, which is also why I kind of feel like, are you going to be able to recapture that in the second one? Now, there's the cast is great, right? There's ton of great actors and stuff like that in this film. This seems like it's gonna be really good. But to me, it's like, you know, are you gonna be able to kind of relight that fire that there was in the original and get that level of kind of, because again, there was a bit of mystery to it. There's a bit of question marks, right? Like, is this really what it looks like, or is this just total nonsense type thing? But when you're talking about this Ready or Not 2, just it seems like, again, pretty straightforward. Like, she's gonna be hunted this time by, several family members, larger family. If she wins, that's it. If she doesn't win, then that's it. She doesn't win, and then order is back in place. But the family that ends up taking her out ends up being the ruler, ends up being ruling the world. I'm curious to see, like, how many people are going to, like, how many people have actually survived? Like, I imagine the whole point, because it's a movie, right? She's probably the first person that will survive this stage, is probably my guess, right? But how many people have survived the first stage? You know, how many people have been able to successfully take out the family and survive? Because she couldn't have been the only one for that. I mean, even just you hiding, right? Like, you know, good enough hider. I'm sure, you know, depending on how long this has been played. But, you know, again, I imagine that we're going to get some insight into more of the supernatural elements, the packs and stuff, the demonic packs and all those things, right? Like, I think you're gonna get a lot more to it. Seems like, you know, again, you get a lot of action, a lot of kills, a lot of cool, just kind of badassery. You know, you have Captain Newton, who is going to play the sister, and of course, that's kind of how you get this drawn back in, right? Like, you know, Elijah Wood's character again says, "Hey, this is what you got to do. This is how you going to play." She goes, "Hey, I'm not going to play. I don't want to do that." And then, of course, you knew the sister, because how else does the sister get in? Like, even in the video I did yesterday, talked about how, like, the only way there's only so many ways you can get the sister looped in. Either A, she got tricked and married into the family too. Maybe it's like a bloodline thing, or, you know, they're after her and they're getting to her through the sister type thing. Like, how do they get her back on board? Or maybe they're after and targeting the sister because of, you know, because of Grace's survival and stuff like that. So now you have the sisters who are going to battle it out, which, you know, now 2 verse 20, which still I don't think is a very fair odds. But like I said, it looks like a really good little really fun movie. You know, the first one I thought was a good fun movie, and, you know, hopefully the sequel kind of is able to follow suit, right? Because, you know, sequels can kind of be hit or miss. But good cast, looks like it's fun, looks like it's going to be a good ride. And I just hope that they actually follow through with that. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Did you like the trailer? Did you hate the trailer? You kind of mixed in the middle with the trailer. You know, is there anything specific that you are hoping to see in this upcoming film? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are, I love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.